Have you ever been told that you're too inexperienced with the stock market to be able to trade in it and make huge profits? Well, they are wrong. I am an example that you can actually make huge profits in the stock market. Last year, 2020, I was able to lock in $7,000 in profits at only 21 years old. I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. What is going on? Welcome to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, where we teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. We know here that a wage makes you a living, but profits make you a fortune. That is why we dedicate this channel to improving your financial life. Make sure you subscribe. You definitely do not want to miss out on any of our future videos. Let's hit 700 subscribers. I would really appreciate that from you. Also, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, a like on this video. I would really appreciate that. Now let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is my official tax information from Robinhood. This is no BS. I had a net gain of $6,935.78 for the year 2020. So this is short-term gain, and this is taxed a little bit higher than long-term gains. So I did pay the price in taxes for that, but at least you know now here that it does say that I made $6,935 in the year 2020. Now let me show you how. Alright, so this is the brokerage that I use. It is Robinhood. It's completely free to use, and when you first sign up, they're going to give you a free stock. Just make sure you use the link in the description. So the first stock that I made a ton of money with was Facebook. Facebook made me around $5,000 in profits from the stock. So basically, I started buying Facebook when it was dropping real heavy. I'll show you here exactly when I started buying and when I sold. So the whole pandemic started, and all stocks, as you know, started dropping heavily. And I know that Facebook is a strong company with a very strong balance sheet. They almost have no debt, and they have a ton of assets and cash. And I know it's a growing company. I've used their services and products all the time. I even use it for business when I had a Shopify store. So I know how powerful Facebook can be for businesses to advertise. So you see those dips in red? Those are opportunities for you to buy this stock cheaply. Over time, this stock tends to make higher highs. So it's always going up in value. But it does have moments and times when it drops significantly. And this is when you should be buying. So you see those huge dips that Facebook has had? You should always be buying whenever that time comes.
Quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please only invest in what you believe in. I'm not telling you what to invest in. Only do what you understand.
Alright, now that I got that out of the way. So yes, every time a good, strong company drops in value like Facebook, Netflix, Tesla, Amazon, you should always be buying the dips, because more than likely you're going to make money. Whatever situation the company is facing temporarily will always recover, usually. We know that this is true because we have seen on the stock chart that these companies have experienced situations like this in the past, and so far they've been able to overcome those obstacles. So more than likely anything else they deal with, they're going to overcome those over time. And I always do a specific strategy where I buy basically like 2 to 3 shares at a time, to be able to cover my risk well. And I sold around $2.95. That was the price that I paid. So obviously it's paid off. Facebook still hasn't reached $2.95 again or gone past that. So I made a good trade on that. I sold, I think the total sale was $23,000, and that made me about $5,000 in profits. So yeah, that was an excellent trade. I was able to take advantage of the cheap prices and sell whenever I realized that it was time to sell around the $300 region. So this is my sell order for Facebook, November 5th, 2020. I sold about 78 shares. So yeah, that was a lot of money. That was about $5,000 in profits. And I'm still going to explain the 2 other trades that I did that was able to get me to my $7,000 profit for the year of 2020. Now, this is going to take time and practice. You're going to have to spend some time learning more about the stock market and how to swing trade stocks like this in order for you to be effective and not lose a lot of money. I would recommend the YouTube channel Ricky Gutierrez. He has a YouTube channel where he's very technical about it. So he's really into charts, and I learned a lot from him. And that's basically how I learned how to do this, and it has really paid off. So these are my buy orders and sell orders. As you see, it's not just one buy. When you buy too many shares at the same time, it can be a problem, because what if the stock goes down dramatically and then your average cost is really high? That is why you should do this over time, and you should always start with only a few shares and only add more shares if you're already profitable in that position. Because if you keep adding shares to a stock that's making you lose money, you're only going to lose more, so it doesn't make sense. So the second stock, so 5,000 was in Facebook. That's how I made $5,000 in profits. Next is UDAO. So this is a very unique strategy that is kind of advanced. So this is a leverage ETF fund that is 3x, and it mimics the Dow Jones, but it's 3x. So basically, whatever action the Dow Jones takes that day, which is the collection of the top 20 to 30 stocks in the stock market, it basically does the same performance but 3 times that. And you know how we had the pandemic? So the whole stock market sold off dramatically. So prices of this ETF were around $30 to $40. And I started buying very heavy because I knew that this was just a temporary issue. The pandemic was just temporary. And I knew that there was money to be made. So I sold about 56 shares at a high of $87. Obviously, I would have made more money if I would have held on until right now, where it's 111. But I didn't want to take the risk, and I already had a lot in profit, and I didn't want to lose that. So I had about a $1,100 or $1,200 gain from doing this trade. So whenever you see the stock market sell off dramatically, where it's almost like a recession, you should always look into investing into UDAO, because you know as the stock market recovers, you're eventually going to make a huge profit from buying cheap. And so this is a strategy that I use every time the market sells off, and I highly encourage you to try it out and practice it. But as always,
this is not investment advice. Only do what you're comfortable doing.
there's also an inverse of UDAO. You can search for it, but it does the opposite. So whenever the stock market sells off, that one actually goes 3x to the upside. So the third stock that I made money with is Tesla. Tesla is a stock that I have made a lot of money on, but it's just small profits that I take here and there. So basically, same strategy here. Every time Tesla sells off, it always makes higher highs over time. So every time it goes down in value, I usually sell. And obviously, I would have made more money if I still would have held on. But this is just some quick profits that I take. These are not my long-term serious investments. I have most of my money in long-term investments, not Robinhood. But this is just a way that I make extra income, extra profits through the stock market. Alright, so yes, that's basically how I'm able to make a lot of money in the stock market just by swing trading stocks like this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. I do want to give you the opportunity to get 3 free stocks. All the links are in the description. I also do have a link for M1 Finance, another amazing brokerage that I use. You'll get $10 for you to get started investing with them. And then my favorite, the Discover Secure credit card. You get 1 to 2% cash back on every single purchase, plus a $50 sign-up bonus. And last but not least, the Mint Mobile cell phone plan. This is a cell phone plan that I use every month. It is very cheap, $15. It's all you need. I don't have any complaints, and it works great. Unlimited texting and data nationwide. So make sure you check out the links in the description. You're also going to get the first month free of Mint Mobile if you sign up through the link. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to
the Flaming Profits YouTube channel.